The psychology of SaaS pricing, strategies to maximize your revenue. Imagine unlocking the secrets of your customers' minds to skyrocket your SaaS revenue. Well, in this video, that's what we're going to unlock. Hi, I'm Jalen Davis, a B2B go-to-market strategist who's worked with and grown multiple software companies, from startups to IPOs and large enterprises. I've seen a lot. So today we're diving into the fascinating psychology behind SaaS pricing strategies. So whether you're a startup or scaling your company, understanding these psychological triggers can transform your pricing model and maximize your profits. All right, let's get started. This video is broken down into the following sections: understanding SaaS pricing psychology, key psychological principles in pricing for B2B SaaS, case studies and real-world examples, implementing these strategies in your own company, common mistakes to avoid, and the conclusion where we wrap everything up. All right, section 1, understanding SaaS pricing psychology. This isn't just about slapping a price tag on your product. It's about understanding how your customers think and leveraging that to maximize your revenue. Have you ever wondered why certain SaaS products seem to sell effortlessly while others struggle despite being almost identical? In many cases, it comes down to the psychology of pricing and what a given market is willing to pay. Let's break this down with a simple analogy. Imagine you're walking into a bakery. You see two cakes. One is priced at $15 and the other is priced at $30. Most people would think that the $30 cake is somehow better, right? That's called anchoring, a powerful psychological principle where people rely heavily on the first piece of information that they get. In SaaS pricing, anchoring works the same way. When you present your pricing options, the first price a customer sees sets their expectations. So if your highest tier is up front, all other prices seem more reasonable by comparison. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Have you heard of the decoy effect? It's like going back to that bakery and seeing a third cake priced at $25, but with fewer features than the $30 one. Suddenly, that $30 cake looks like the best deal in the world. This tactic can drive customers towards your more profitable pricing tier. The key is to create a middle option that makes the highest tier look like a steal. SaaS companies like HubSpot and Adobe do this pretty brilliantly. They structure their pricing to make their premium options look irresistible. Now, let's talk about the power of the number 9. Why do prices often end in 99 cents? It's because our brains perceive $9.99 as significantly cheaper than $10. This isn't just a retail trick, it also works in software marketing as well. A plan priced at $49.99 feels more affordable than $50, even though the difference is just 1 penny. These small psychological nudges can have a big impact on how customers perceive your pricing and their likelihood to buy. If you're a B2B marketer, let's connect this to something you're familiar with in B2B SaaS, account-based marketing or ABM. When you're targeting high-valued accounts, understanding these pricing psychology principles becomes even more critical. You're not just selling a product, you're offering a solution that fits perfectly within their budget and needs. Imagine you're pitching to a potential client with a significant budget. You present 3 pricing tiers, ensuring that the highest tier showcases premium features tailored to their pain points. The middle tier serves as a decoy, and the basic tier is priced with the power of 9 in mind. This strategy not only appeals to their logical side, but also taps into their subconscious decision-making process. The power of 9 may not seem like a big deal for a large B2B contract, but B2B contracts are often priced based on usage or the number of seats used. If a company is looking to buy 500 user seats for all of its employees, then that extra penny adds more to the bottom line than one might think. So here's the takeaway. Effective SaaS pricing is a blend of psychology and economics. By leveraging these principles like anchoring, the decoy effect, and the power of 9, you can craft a pricing strategy that maximizes revenue and resonates with your target audience. Section 2, the key principles of pricing in B2B SaaS. All right, let's dive deeper into the key psychological principles in pricing and how they apply to B2B SaaS, especially in the terms of profitability, enterprise deals, and shortening sales cycles. Understanding these principles can transform your pricing strategy from a simple list of numbers to a powerful tool that drives growth and efficiency. B2B software companies use a variety of pricing models, including usage-based pricing, per user pricing, flat rate pricing, tiered pricing, freemium pricing, value-based pricing, and hybrid pricing. The best pricing model will depend on factors like the target market, the competition, and the cost of development and maintenance. It's important to choose a pricing model that aligns with your company's goals and maximizes the customer lifetime value. So let's start with anchoring. Again, anchoring is a cognitive bias where people rely heavily on the first piece of information that they see. In B2B SaaS, this means the first price your potential customers see sets their expectation for value. The customer journey in B2B plays a heavy role in pricing because some B2B tech companies hide pricing and forces the prospect to speak with sales, while others publicly display pricing. What matters most is that your company understands how its target customers prefers to buy and make decisions. Customer self-service is the ability of customers to find answers to questions and solve their problems without having to contact a customer service representative. Now, customer self-service is important for B2B sales because it can help businesses save money and improve customer satisfaction. But we don't want to get this confused with buyer enablement. These two concepts are different because buyer enablement is the process of providing prospects with the information and resources they need to make informed purchasing decisions. Amazon does this really well. Buyer enablement is important for B2B sales because it can help businesses close deals faster and improve trust with prospects who don't want to speak with your sales team. Let's break down how this works in a real world scenario where deals often involve custom quotes, tiered feature sets, and all of the other pricing models that were mentioned for B2B SaaS businesses. Imagine you're presenting pricing options to a potential enterprise client. Instead of simple tiers, you offer a range of feature bundles and customization options. This is where anchoring comes into play. By strategically positioning a premium bundle with a higher price point, you establish a reference point that makes other options seem more reasonable, even if they still represent a significant investment. This tactic is particularly effective when dealing with mid-market and enterprise clients who are accustomed to complex pricing structures and deal structures. But it doesn't stop just there. The decoy effect can be used to guide clients towards specific bundles or configurations. By introducing a decoy option, a bundle that's priced significantly higher but offers less value than your target bundle, you make the target bundle appear even more attractive. This subtle psychological nudge can influence decision-making and steer clients towards higher value solutions. Remember, in B2B SaaS, the sales cycle is often longer, involving multiple stakeholders and careful considerations. Psychological pricing strategies can help shorten the sales cycle by making your pricing options feel more transparent, digestible, and aligned with the client's perceived value. I won't get into discounted rates, reimbursements, and other discounting strategies, but this can also lead to faster approvals and closed deals. And to add, anchoring doesn't just influence perceptions of value, it also impacts perceived quality. When customers see a high anchor price, they associate your product with premium quality and features, which can be a deciding factor in long-term enterprise deals. There are a lot of opportunity costs that these companies have to consider when dealing with enterprise deals, so it's very important that we keep in mind the buyer and the risk that they take when considering our SaaS pricing models. This is critical for SaaS companies aiming to establish themselves as leaders in their field. Next, let's talk about the decoy effect. This is when you introduce a third option to make one of the other two options seem more attractive. Again, adding the decoy effect nudges customers towards the option you really want them to choose. In B2B SaaS, the decoy effect can be powerful because it helps guide clients or prospects towards higher value plans or configuration. Let's say you offer 3 core plans: a basic plan priced at $250 per user per month, a growth plan at $500 per user per month, and an enterprise plan with a custom-based pricing based on their specific needs. To leverage the decoy effect, you could introduce a growth plus plan. This plan, priced at $750 per user per month, might include a few additional features compared to the original growth plan, but it would still be missing some of the key capabilities of the enterprise plan. By positioning this decoy, you make the jump to the enterprise plan seem like a more logical step for businesses that require those advanced feature sets. And for a B2B company, they might choose different plan types depending on the members of the organizations that will actually use the software. High-level management might get the highest tier while their subordinates get the basic tier. This subtly nudges potential customers away from the middle tier option and towards the higher value enterprise solution, ultimately boosting your average revenue per user. The decoy effect can be a game changer for profitability. By steering more customers towards the higher value plans, you increase your average revenue per user, or ARPU, without significantly increasing your customer acquisition costs, or CAC. Plus, for longer term deals, this strategy can help justify higher pricing by emphasizing the superior value and features offered. Now let's discuss the power of 9 for B2B SaaS. So this principle can especially be effective for subscription models and tiered pricing. By pricing plans at $99.99 instead of $100, or $999 instead of $1,000, you make the price points feel more accessible and reduce friction in the buying process. Think about it. When a procurement officer or a budget-conscious executive sees these prices, the psychological impact is immediate. They're more likely to approve a plan that seems to be just under a significant price threshold, speeding up the decision-making process. Another powerful principle is price bundling. Bundling involves offering several products or services together at a lower price than if they were purchased separately. This strategy can significantly increase perceived value and drive sales. For example, let's say your SaaS company offers CRM software, email marketing tools, and analytics. So instead of selling these services separately, you could bundle them into a comprehensive package. Salesforce does this really well. This not only simplifies the decision-making process for the buyer, but also enhances the perceived value, making it more appealing and cost-effective. Lastly, let's touch on tiered pricing. This strategy involves offering different versions of your product at varying price points, each with distinct features and benefits. Tiered pricing caters to different segments of your market, for startups to large enterprises. Tiered pricing is especially effective in B2B SaaS because it allows you to serve a broader range of customers. Startups might opt for the basic plan, while larger enterprises might choose the enterprise plan for its advanced features. This way, you're maximizing your market reach and ensuring that each customer segment feels catered to. By combining these principles of anchoring, the decoy effect, the power of 9, price bundling, and tiered pricing, you can create a robust pricing strategy that maximizes revenue, shortens sales cycles, and enhances customer satisfaction. Remember, effective pricing isn't just about numbers, it's about psychology, economics, and customer lifetime value, especially for B2B SaaS. So in the next section, we'll explore actionable steps to implement these strategies in your own pricing model. So stay tuned. Section 3, case studies and real world examples. All right, now that we've got a grip on the psychology behind SaaS pricing, let's dive into some real world examples to see how successful companies are applying these strategies as well. Now, before we get into this section, pricing is dynamic, and depending on when you see this video, the pricing strategies of the stated companies may have changed, but the fundamental psychology doesn't. First up, let's talk about HubSpot. HubSpot is a master at using the decoy effect to drive customers towards their preferred pricing tier. When you look at HubSpot's pricing page, you'll see 3 main options: the starter, professional, and enterprise. But They also add a free tier as well. This free option serves as a powerful anchor, making the starter package look like a reasonable upgrade for those who need just a bit more functionality. By comparing the free and starter tiers, the starter package suddenly seems like a small investment for a lot more value. HubSpot further enhances this by showcasing the professional tier right next to it, loaded with advanced features. This makes the starter tier feel like a bargain, pushing users to see the value in upgrading without overwhelming them with too many choices. Let's switch gears and talk about a technology company named Slack. Slack uses psychological pricing by highlighting the annual savings in their pricing plans. When you visit Slack's pricing page, you'll notice they emphasize the annual billing option with a discount. By showing users how much they can save by committing to a year upfront, Slack leverages the power of perceived value. This tactic appeals to the rational side of customers who want to make economically sound decisions. All right, in this next section, we'll go through actionable steps you can take to implement these strategies in your own pricing model. So stay tuned. The next section, implementing these strategies. All right, now that we've explored the key psychological principles in pricing, let's talk about how you can implement these strategies in your own B2B SaaS pricing model. This part is about turning theory into practice, ensuring your pricing not only attracts customers, but also maximizes revenue and shortens sales cycles. So you've got these brilliant pricing strategies in mind, but how do you actually put them into action? Let's break this down step by step. All right, step one, define your pricing tiers. Most B2B SaaS companies benefit from having at least 3 tiers: basic, professional, and enterprise. Think about the features and value each tier offers and how they align with the needs of your different customer segments. For example, your basic plan could cater to startups with essential features at a lower price point, while your professional plan offers advanced features for growing businesses. Your enterprise plan should include premium features and dedicated support targeting larger organizations with bigger budgets. Next, set an anchor price with your highest tier plan. This high price sets the expectation for the value of your service. When customers see the top tier price first, it makes your mid-tier plan look more attractive and reasonably priced. Let's say your enterprise plan is $2,000 per month. This sets a high benchmark, making the professional plan at $1,000 per month seem like a great deal in comparison. Step 3, introduce a decoy option. Now introduce a decoy option to nudge customers towards your preferred plan. This could be a slightly enhanced version of your mid-tier plan, priced close to your highest tier, but without the premium features. Imagine you have a professional plan at $1,500. It's more expensive than the professional plan, but doesn't offer as many features as the enterprise plan. This makes the $2,000 enterprise plan look like the best value for their money. Step 4, utilize the power of 9. Use the power of 9 in your pricing. Pricing your plans at $99.99 instead of $100 or $999 instead of $1,000 can make a significant psychological difference, making your prices seem lower than they actually are. A simple price change like pricing your professional plan at $999 instead of $1,000 can make your offer more appealing and help shorten sales cycles by reducing sticker shock. Step 5, bundle your offering. Consider bundling your services. Offer a package that combines multiple products or features at a lower total cost than if purchased separately. Now, this works for a B2B company that has a large product portfolio. This increases the perceived value and can make your offering more attractive to customers. For instance, bundle your CRM software with your email marketing tool and analytics platform. I used that example once, but it's applicable for this step as well. This not only simplifies the buying process, but also provides greater value, encouraging customers to go for the bundle. Step 6, test and iterate. Once you've set up your pricing model, it's critical to test and iterate. Pricing isn't a set it and forget it task. Collect data on how your customers respond to different pricing tiers, bundles, and discounts, and use this data to refine your pricing strategy. Use A/B testing to compare different pricing structures. Maybe try a month where you emphasize the professional plus decoy and another month where you highlight the bundle offer. See what generates the most interest and conversions. Step 7, gather customer feedback. Customer feedback is invaluable. Regularly survey your customers to understand their perceptions of your pricing and the value that they receive. For example, if multiple customers indicate that the professional plus plan is confusing or unnecessary, then consider tweaking it or removing it. Always align your pricing strategy with customers' expectations and needs. All right, step 8, analyze your unit economics. Finally, monitor your unit economics closely, specifically your customer acquisition costs and customer lifetime value. Balance these key metrics to ensure your pricing strategy supports profitability. If your CAC is too high, you might need to adjust your pricing or optimize your sales and marketing strategies. Aim for a healthy customer lifetime value to CAC ratio to sustain long-term profitability. And by following these steps, you can effectively implement psychological pricing models into your B2B SaaS model. Not only will this help attract and retain customers, but it'll also help drive profitability and support sustainable growth. Remember, the goal is to create a pricing strategy that resonates with your customers while maximizing value for your business. Test, iterate, and always keep learning from your data and customers' feedback. In the next section, we'll discuss common mistakes to avoid in SaaS pricing. So let's get to it. Common mistakes to avoid. All right, now that we've covered the key principles and how to implement them, let's dive into some common mistakes to avoid in SaaS pricing. These pitfalls can derail your pricing strategy and impact your profitability, so it's critical to be aware of them. Implementing a great pricing strategy isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you avoid doing. Here are some common mistakes that can trip up even the most seasoned B2B SaaS professionals. Mistake 1, underpricing your product. One of the biggest mistakes is underpricing your product. It's tempting to set low prices to attract more customers and leads, but this can also backfire by devaluing your product and reducing profitability. Think about it this way. If you price too low, potential customers might question the quality of your product. In the B2B SaaS world, where reliability and robust features are critical, underpricing can send the wrong message. Plus, it can make it harder to cover your costs and invest back into your growth. Mistake number 2, overcomplicating your pricing structure. Another common mistake is overcomplicating your pricing structure. If your pricing page looks like a labyrinth, then potential customers might get overwhelmed and just bounce off the page. Simplicity is key. Your customers should be able to quickly understand the differences between your pricing tiers and decide which one fits their needs. Too many options or overly complex features can lead to decision paralysis. Instead, focus on clarity. Clearly highlight the core differences between each plan and ensure the value of each tier is easily understandable. When a customer gets to your pricing page, you want their problems and pain points to be clearly highlighted by what your product actually solves for. A good rule of thumb is to keep it to 3 to 4 tiers, enough to cater to different market segments. Mistake 3, ignoring customer feedback. Ignoring customer feedback is a surefire way to miss out on valuable insights that could optimize your pricing strategy. Your customers can provide first-hand information about what they value, how they perceive your pricing, and so on and so forth. For instance, if multiple customers suggest that a particular feature should be included in your pricing model at a lower tier plan, consider making that adjustment. This responsiveness not only improves customer satisfaction, but also enhances your product's perceived value. Mistake 4, not testing and iterating. Another major mistake is failing to test and iterate your pricing. Pricing isn't just a set it and forget it task. Market conditions, customer needs, and competitive landscapes are constantly changing. A/B testing is your friend. So experiment with different pricing structures, promotional offers, and feature bundles. This approach allows you to optimize your pricing strategy over time and stay ahead of the competition. For example, you could run a test where one group of customers sees a discount for annual subscriptions while another group doesn't. Analyzing the results will help you understand the impact of discounts on customer acquisition and retention, which will help guide you in making data-driven decisions. Mistake 5, neglecting to communicate value. Finally, neglecting to communicate the value of your product can undermine even the best pricing strategy. Your customers need to understand not just what they're paying for, but why it's worth it. So clearly articulate the benefits and ROI of your product. Use case studies, testimonials, and data to demonstrate the value of your SaaS solution and how it either helps them decrease efficiency, save costs, or increase revenue for their business situation. This helps justify the cost and reinforces the decision to purchase. Highlighting these benefits can make the price seem like a worthwhile investment rather than just a cost. By avoiding these common mistakes, underpricing, overcomplicating your pricing structure, ignoring customer feedback, failing to test and iterate, and neglecting to communicate value, you can create a more effective pricing strategy that drives growth and profitability. Now, wrapping everything up, the conclusion. All right, we've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the psychology behind SaaS pricing to implementing effective strategies and avoiding common pitfalls. We've unpacked the essential elements of a successful pricing model. Now, let's wrap this up and drive home the key points. Recap of the key points. First, we explored anchoring, decoy pricing, and the power of 9. These principles aren't just theory, they're powerful tools that can transform your customers' perceived value and help them make buying decisions. Remember, setting a high anchor price establishes a benchmark. Decoy pricing guides customers to your preferred plan, and the power of 9 makes your prices more appealing. Think of these strategies as your best kept weapons. They're subtle but incredibly effective in shaping customer behavior and maximizing revenue. Next, we discuss the practical steps to implementing these strategies. Again, define your pricing tiers, setting an anchor price, introducing a decoy, utilizing the power of 9, bundling your offerings, and continuously testing and iterating. Each of these steps are critical for building a robust pricing strategy. It's not just about setting prices, it's about creating a pricing model that resonates with your customers, reflects the value of your product, and drives sustainable growth. And let's not forget about the common mistakes to avoid, which include underpricing, overcomplicating your pricing structure, ignoring customer feedback, failing to test and iterate, and neglecting to communicate value. By steering clear of these pitfalls, you can ensure your pricing strategy remains effective and competitive, bringing it all together. So what's the big takeaway? Pricing isn't just a numbers game, it's a strategic tool that can significantly impact your business's success. By understanding the psychological principles behind pricing, implementing best practices, and continuously refining your approach based on feedback and data, you can create a pricing model that not only attracts customers, but also maximizes value and profitability. As you move forward, keep these principles and strategies in mind. Apply them thoughtfully, test them rigorously, and always be ready to adapt. Your pricing strategy is a powerful tool for growth, so use it wisely. All right, thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more insights on B2B SaaS and ABM. And until next time, this is Jalen signing off. Keep building.